In today's video, spring has arrived. Welcome to our family room where we'll be hanging out today. Before I start decorating, I wanted to chat a little bit about a couple of things, starting with this beautiful new rug. You know, sometimes it can be hard to purchase a rug online just because you never know if the colors are truly what you see on the screen. But thankfully, this rug has the perfect shades of brown and ivory. I love the design of both the border and center medallion. Now the rug did come folded up, so I need to work on straightening out the lines a little. This is an 8x10 that I've layered over our 9x12 seagrass, and if you've hung out with me for a while, you know I love to layer rugs. It just gives added interest, and I love how the new rug grounds the room and hopefully makes it cozy. I also like how it pairs with our white sofas. And speaking of the sofas, we're still enjoying this configuration. It gives the illusion of a sectional, but you still have that little cut through over there that opens it up a bit. Over here we still have the accent chair matching ottoman that I hope helps to create a cozy conversation area. Might notice we're missing a coffee table, and that's what I want to share with you next. It's something that my sweet husband got me for my birthday. Ta-da! Isn't it pretty? I fell in love with it the moment I spotted it when we were out shopping the other weekend. I've been on the hunt for an upholstered covered square ottoman for quite some time, so I feel like it was just meant to be. Now the fabric is like a sand color. I love that soft texture, and it measures 35 by 35, about 18 inches high. Of course, I love the legs on it and how it works with the new rug and the soft contrast with the sofas. I also feel like a square ottoman works nicely with two sofas or a sectional just because it comes out versus a rectangular one, giving both pieces more access to it, if that makes any sense. One thing I'm on the fence about though is this. Still have the white slip covered ottoman, and I don't want it to compete with the new ottoman. I know they serve two different functions. One's a footrest, one's a coffee table, one's skirted, one has legs. However, I kind of want the new ottoman to be the focal point. So just for fun, let's see what it looks like if I take the slip-covered ottoman away. What do you think? I kind of like it. I feel like it opens up the space. It reduces all of that fabric going on, you know, now with the added upholstered ottoman. It also allows the new piece to be the focal point and not compete with the slip-covered ottoman. And hopefully it still makes it look cozy in here. So maybe I will leave the slip-covered ottoman out of here for a while and see what we think, but I'm very curious what your thoughts are. On to the next change, the console table. This piece is usually in our foyer. However, I moved it in here not too long ago to place against the back of the sofa just to help conceal the back of it a little bit. Now, a few of you may remember, I painted it using a faux wood technique earlier or later last year. Honestly, I wasn't crazy about the finish, so I painted it back to white, but I missed that warmth. So I used a different technique this time, and it involves chalk paint and a furniture wax. And while it is far from perfect, I am so pleased with its new look. It reminds me of bleached wood or European wood. Still need to put the handles back on, as well as give it a coat of poly acrylic. I'll do that hopefully within the next week, but I really like the contrast with the sofas and how it works with the new rug and ottoman. I love the finish so much that I ended up doing it to a couple of other pieces, one of which being this pedestal table. Went ahead and added the coat of chalk paint. And after that dried, it's time to add the wax. Here you can see I just used a very inexpensive chip brush to apply it, went in sections going with the grain of the wood. And then every so often you can see where I would blot it on the paper towel just to get some of the excess wax off. Once I was done with the top, I just worked my way down, moving the brush every which way and then going with the grain of the wood, blotting it as I went along to remove some of the excess wax. Within the next week or so, I'll add a coat of poly to the top. And here's where I ended up placing it. I've had this table here before, although last time it was here, it was painted white. Once again, loving the warmth and the contrast with the sofa. I'm just really pleased with how it turned out. And of course, I just want to keep on going. Wouldn't the fireplace be so pretty with that wax effect as well? I could even do the bookcases. But maybe I'll just stop while I'm ahead. I know I'm crazy. And save that project for fall when I really want to warm things up. All right, I've got my core pieces in place. A cute little kitty on the chair, and we will finally start decorating. First thing I'm adding is a super comfy textured throw. Then I'm going in with this really pretty new pillow cover. Love that fringe detail and the shades of green. I found this pretty pillow at Walmart when we went on our field trip last week. Love the varying shades of pink combined with the beige and ivory. This pillow cover I've had for quite a few years, but I like how the cover ties in with those that I just added to the other end. And then finally, another pillow from our Walmart field trip. I like how you've got the check on both sides, but more of a buffalo check on this one. I'm just repeating the process over on this sofa. Once I was done, I decided I didn't like the check up against the plaid, so I switched the order around a little bit, and I think I like this better. Now let's decorate the ottoman, which is our coffee table. I could leave it just like this, but I want to bring in just a little bit of added texture and contrast. This is actually a table runner that I've just folded in half. Just going to place it right in the middle. I've had this tray for several years. I think I got it at Kirkland's. Love the wood paired with the metal handles, and I think the length is pretty good for the ottoman as well. Just gonna add some candles, a couple of books, and this really pretty bowl from Home Goods, along with these faux tulips for a little pop of color. To our newly waxed pedestal table, brought back this lamp that I had on it before. I really like the ambiance it adds to this corner. Using a book as a riser for this faux plant. And of course I need to bring in some bunnies. I've had this cute pair for several years. Now let's do a little styling to the console table. First thing I'm adding is this ivory and green stripe runner that I'm pretty sure I found at Kirkland's last year. Bringing back my favorite dough bowl. I had painted it white, but missed that warmth. So I used a darker paint undercoat and then that same wax I used on my other pieces. Wanted it darker than the console just for a little variation. And then the first thing I'm going to add to it are just a few bunches of this faux greenery. Then I'm going to balance one of the cute leaping bunnies from Walmart right in the middle, and to each side adding a pink felt covered egg. To the left side, adding a pair of chunky candle holders at varying heights, along with battery-operated candles. To visually balance with the candle holders, I added the lamp to the right side. This happens to match the lamp that I added to the pedestal table. Down below on the shelf, bringing back my favorite baskets that I have filled with pillows and a really pretty green throw. And while I could leave them just like this, I decided to nudge them down a bit to make room for this pillow that I found at Target a couple of years ago. It adds that one little pop of pink that spot was missing. Thanks so much for joining me today. I'll be back in a couple of days to style the mantle, bookcases, and bring in artwork. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.